really wanted to not have any backstory. I didn't know secrets of the hive, layers. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I think of all of them, even though it was drastically changed by the Galactic Peace, with the contact with the Mercaps, it's not in turmoil. It's like the one group of all the different social alien stuff that's not in turmoil. It's kind of like, oh, we're doing it this way now. Okay. And maybe there's lots of different Hiver opinions. Maybe there's lots of different, viewpoints and stuff, but it's not what the others are going through. So I kind of, and especially because, as Jerry pointed out, from the outside point of view, Hivers are all alike. So why not get deep into a situation where we actually see them as they see each other, right, as individuals? And I just said, well, cool. That's the easiest thing in the world for me. We just get in danger. We're done. So, yeah, that's what, Jerry, what do you think? Wait, he's talking. Jerry's muted. Still. Renee, you're gonna have to turn yours on, I think, so we can go.
Yeah, I was telling Jerry he might have to unmute his thing.
Am I muted?
This is like two people, like the driver's working the automatic lock and the other person's pulling the car handle, right? And each one is canceling out what the other one's trying to do. Right.
Right.
Uh-oh.
It's gone sideways. You might have to come over on my computer and talk.
I know, really.
Yeah, you guys can
No.
And I'll just step aside and.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We could get that kind of like Captain and Tennille, two heads together kind of thing, right?
I know, right?
Hey, for no good reason whatsoever, I think it's because I was writing that 60s thing. I was looking up all sorts of things like Captain and Tennille. And I remember like them when I was a kid. I did not have an adult's eyes watching that back then.
Right.
Watching it now, because I always thought it was like this schmaltzy old, over, 70s schmaltz, right? And it is. But she is super sexy. I mean, super like insinuative, right? I mean, she's doing like a hottie thing. And I'm like watching this going, wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, you had a new appreciation of muskrat love.
New appreciation of muskrat love is what Jerry's saying. Yeah, we grew up in a golden age. It was nice. Hold on a second. Someone is ringing the bell.
I still want Jerry's last words.
Me
Jerry,
too.
go over to the other screen, for God's sake. This is getting agonizing.
Take Renee's screen now that she's busy.
No, I want her here too. I mean, that's right.
I wasn't serious.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
I was not serious.
Well, no, I mean, I'm happy for them both to be back there in that same screen.
Do you want to get over here? Smush our faces together.
That's right.
You're getting a good look. No, I think the difference between the Hivers and the other ones is that their social strata is so different, and there's no social economic component to it. So there's no have-nots in Hiver. We are all moving in one direction, and we're all for the betterment of the hive, or at least from the outside, like looking in. And I think
that inside there, the disagreements are present, but they don't. That I don't know. I mean, it's a different. Even more so.
Yeah. That's right.
So anyway, yeah, we could. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure just how harmonious the Hivers are, but they aren't. But that really wasn't where I think their big social crisis is right now. But anyways, Helma, did you want to close it out to the from Hita's point of view to the others, or one could even say, I mean, somebody even asks you and says, Hita, what just happened here?
That would probably just give a shrug.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to imply the new ideas about how Hivers should colonize planets. I don't know about a final vote on that one, but I'm not really convinced this is the right way. If you don't tame the environment, it may tame you.
Maybe we need a taming. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Because I kind of think if another hive came here, 10 years from like where this game ends, this colony would be so much different from other hive colonies because they had to do stuff differently and adapt differently.
I agree.
So yeah,
I agree.
Different.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next game 10 years from now?
No. We're done. We're done. For sure. I am done. But this was a great experience.
Yes.
I mean, it's just I have not given the pool this thorough a workout before, and I've always wanted to. And it was just wonderful to be able to share the ideas I had and see what you guys all did with them, and made your own ideas come in. Is really a fantastic time.
I enjoyed how versatile it was. Like keeping the same group and basically coming from one point and then just spread out and test a couple of different ideas. I think it was great.
Yeah. All right. Are you guys going to remain muted and just make gesticulation?
No. I agree. It's actually a pretty good game. I think, or at least for me, like some of the stuff was a little nebulous on how it worked, and maybe that's because I'm lazy and didn't read that whole 10-page document or whatever it was. But it works. And I'm curious, are there actual rules for dying in this game, or is it die when
the trouble is that the game is a bunch of scattered documents. It's not. I mean, there are at least 3 identifiable, time-stamped things that the author produced. But the trouble is that he did not play the game. And therefore, changes that he made were largely just a matter of whoever he'd recently talked to and whatever their anxieties were. So some things along the way got a little better through the documents, and some got worse. So really, you're looking at this scattered bunch of documents that are all compromised, not informed by play. So when I say let's play the pool, you're kind of looking at my consolidation of and interpretations of what I can make of it.
Yeah, this is first century Christianity, is what it is.
Effectively, except that without the denial. I own that particular consolidation, right? I did that. So in that sense, you can find a fairly elaborate set of rules in that latest document for dying, but I think they're terrible.
Right, yeah.
They're fiddly, and it's like he wants you to be able to die, but then he doesn't want you to, so he comes up with a way where you don't have to, and then he makes it super hard to do it that way. It's makes no sense. And so I am happier with just treating it as a role. How do you do with the dangerous terrain? You do badly. Okay, you're in danger. This is the danger. And it was dangerous already, so you are kind of hurt. Now you're in for it. Then the question is, okay, you're dying. If there weren't other hivers looking for you and with things like luck and stuff on the table, then, you know, it would have been like a very difficult single roll to be able to find you or whatever. But there was a lot of things in your favor, and you were hard to kill, right? That trait actually is there. So I basically said, all right, last chance comes when the other hivers try. That's the last chance. So that's kind of the way I saw it, was just sort of logically take it through all the chances that they've got based on what everybody did. But it's just ordinary rolls. They're treated as ordinary rolls.
It's a neat game, I think, and it lends itself to being workshopped. I think, like, if like if someone wanted to codify these rules into like one little sweet little box, it would be, easy enough to do.
I would definitely do it, but I would also have to own that as, again, you're taking scattered components and you are making a thing that suits your purposes, right? You can't say that you've discovered or have found the true tool. That would be bogus. I also think that we actually have seen quite a lot of applications of the principles that people learned from this into new game designs. And some of them are really, really good. So I consider it pound for pound in terms of actual impact. It may be one of the most influential games in role-playing. Often at, one step removed. I mean, the new Vampire, where you roll this pool of hunger dice, right? And it builds up and reduces and stuff like that. I mean, it's right out of this. I mean, it's not like Ken Hite wasn't reading every game at the Forge the entire time, because he was. So
no, this is a neat one. And it kind of makes me want to fiddle with it and
absolutely
do something. Mm-hmm. So, no, this was fun. This was way fun. I enjoyed these games. I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah.
All three versions, or all three different stories in the same universe. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we need to figure out something to continue on with something later on.
Oh, I agree.
Absolutely.
More play in the future is called for. Definitely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. I think
all right.
Pumpkin
See you around.
Take care, everyone.
See you.
Go to sleep.